I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
I was about to say, you know, he got a happy ending, but never mind.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Man was living rent-free for 30 years. And then immediately steps outside and gets hit by a train.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Alright, that's just evil. Man died by a train, they put a little train on his burial thing.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Is she gonna kill herself?
But I thought you should know about your family.
Oh, she's pregnant. Or she has a kid.
And the history you're a part of.
Huh.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost
my-
as you probably do right now.
Of course, there's fucking stairs right here.
I think the people in these stories believed them. For what that's worth.
This is such an interesting game.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I feel like this girl's gonna die, too.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That's a pretty good fucking question.
Sven built the house, but it was
So
Edith who
reproducing.
designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
I like the music to this game.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, so the house is just right fucking there. Oh, that's a fucking dangerous spot. Where do I go from here? That's pretty. I guess at the town over there.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
The sad part is some
There's
families
so many
really.
things I wish I could ask my mom now.
Sad
Part
part
of
is.
me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
Sad part is some
For me to
families.
come back someday and find everything out for myself.
She keeps cutting me off. Sad part is some families do go through this shit where they just lose everybody consistently. She keeps interrupting you. Bro, 3 times! Like, wait your goddamn turn, girl. I'm trying to make some comments over here.
But looking back on it now,
I'm surprised this entire house is still held
if
up.
she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I knew she was pregnant. Oh, she's gonna lose the baby, isn't she?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Ooh. Oh, here's his story. Come on, Sam. Oh, Grandpa Sam.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime. Perfect.
Oh, that's cool.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Oh, where are you, woman? Oh.
Never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I don't know about you, but I'm a great photographer.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up.
The trees. No. The birds? No. Oh, you.
Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Oh my god.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I didn't realize I could
Nothing
turn the
quite
fuck
like being
around.
outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
Oh
I
shit.
know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Huh.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Ooh.
Great shot, Don!
Damn.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always
Whoa.
remember that, okay?
Oh, wait. Here I go.
Sorry, Don, just gotta reset the timer.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Selfie. Brought my daughter out here, forced her to kill a
Dad,
deer.
it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
Oh shit!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That's what you get! I was not expecting that whole shit! The amount of spiderwebs that would be in this place are insane.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Holy shit, how many fucking kids did they have? Divorce contract. Lawsuit.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh, I'm controlling it?
Over, Gregory. It's time to...
Oh no.
Hold on, sweetie.
The kid's gonna drown, isn't he?
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Leave the child unattended. In a bathtub? That's why they say shower like kids in sinks. I can knock the letters down.
So much of Calvin.
Knock it down. Come on. Yeah. Knock all the letters in Gregory's bathtub. Oh, that's an achievement. Oh, I see exactly what's going on here. Yup, I know what he's gonna do. And here comes
I'm worried about a baby being too happy.
the faucet.
But I could feel her slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Just leaving the baby naked in the shower. Oh, hi. Yup.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Yup.
There's so much I don't understand.
Well. Oh,
Gregory.
no. Well.
About everything.
That's why you don't leave children unattended. Damn, this game
But I know what
doesn't
happened
pull any
wasn't your fault.
strings. Or it doesn't hold back, I mean. Like, it just shows a child, a baby dying. Damn.
I'm sure he's happy.
Go turn green. He did. He did, in fact, turn green.
I want you to be happy too.
Just fucking opt out. God damn.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh, capture the letters. Come on. Yoink.
Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
This game is so cool.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Damn. Oh, a tornado's gonna
Rain came
hit.
down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
What the?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Honestly, half the deaths in this family feel like it's their faults. Like, because of the way they
She
acted
never
and
talked
shit.
about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta,
real
where
photo.
she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Huh. What is the intricate design of this shit? Holy hell.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, okay. I want to cast for my B-Day. Right? Like, what? That'd be so awesome. I love these little flip books. The art styles are so cool in this game.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Oh, wait, 2003, so this game gets close to modern time. Oh, so Milton just left. He never died, so that's so far as they know.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh, no, another checkpoint.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Oh, that's so
That part had
pretty.
been lived on.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. His mind began to wander.
Huh?
Imagining a labyrinth, he'd feel his way about, then something moved. Bats. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head, but he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself, but he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused, like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
I think his hand's gonna get cut off.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh, doggy.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He made musicians. talked about starting a band, and he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger, but his chopping was as reliable as ever.
As I let 3 fish pile
Then
up.
one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Of course he did.
It became a game for him. Conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
My man's had a mission and he was gonna complete it.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
A handsome queen.
The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar.
electric sitar.
This game is so interesting.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. He was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Uh-oh.
He began to forget the world we know.
Dude, this place must fucking stink.
I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hey there, buddy.
I still thought I could save him.
You can't save him.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions,
The dude
including the
before Phone's
wise
champ.
Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Marry the handsome queen? Princess? Whatever her name was. Whatever she was. Whatever they were.
Bend down his head.
Oh, no. He fucking kills himself?
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
What? I thought he'd cut his hand off. Not fucking kill himself. No, fair enough. He didn't see a way out. This place is so fucking big. How
On the way
much
back
further does
from
it go?
Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Why hang all these missing person posters in your own house, though? Does that help at all?
I wish we'd stayed.
Oh, bubble wrap. Oh, I love these things. Puppy things.
But I understand why we left. But it had to end one way or another.
Alright,
All that
imagine...
was to tell you about that last night.
Imagine living up here and having to be called down for dinner. Edith. Oh, Edith, the last story. Okay.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it?
Oh, I'm exploring the house.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
I mean, to be fair, this house is not safe for
The
kids
thing
at
you're
all.
afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning.
History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, There's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Yeah, I would not have gone out.
God, it
I don't care
smelled
what memories
awful.
that house has.
No, I've seen that house every day of my life, but I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
How'd you get turned around? You were walking in a straight line.
For a while, I wandered.
I'm gonna wander into the ocean. She's gonna end up at the bottom of Davy Jones's locker.
I started seeing things.
Oh, hi dear. Oh, is this gonna be like memories of everything that happened? Like all things that got people killed?
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Hey Megan, thanks for the follow.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Bed.
That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Ooh. This is I'm really enjoying this game. I think it's about to be over, but I've really enjoyed it.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try.
This game so much.
What are you doing in here?
Yeah, no,
It's
this
mine.
game.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it.
This game has been so much fun, Megan. I've enjoyed it.
I kicked
Oh,
and
rip the
screamed,
book!
but
No.
Mom dragged me to the car. I
Oh,
never
wait.
saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Aw. It's such
The
a
next
short
morning, the
game
band
too.
came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Aw.
After that, we moved around a lot.
All right, who else did this as a kid? Who else when you were a
We
kid?
both
and-
tried to make the best of it.
Who else when you were a kid in the car? Like you have like an invisible person running along next to you as you drove in the car, and like they'd be doing
A few years
parkour on
went
shit.
by.
I did this all the time. On God. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I gotta move. I took my hands off the keyboard. Ooh. Ooh.
My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Bro.
And then I was alone.
Ah.
The last finch left alive.
That
Until I found out
sucks.
about you.
It is
I'm
sad.
still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes
Bruh.
and appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, am I supposed to move? Sorry, hands off the keyboard again.
This journal was supposed to be for you.
This looks like the wormhole. It reminds me of
But now I
Coraline.
hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that
Guys.
way.
Oh, so Edith passes away too? What? This whole game is just death.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Bro, I got chills right now. What? Bro, what? This family has the worst bad luck I've ever seen.